Welcome to Sacred Magic. Violet is on a quest to bring sacredness back into our everyday experiences. Anyone can have an extraordinary life when they are able to tap into their sacred magic within. Violet and her guests will be sharing their divine passions, inspirations, and stories of connecting with their sacred magic. We are so happy you have joined us today. Let's get started with your host, the magical creator of Discover Your Spiritual Gifts, Vialet Rayne.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Sacred Magic Podcast. We are in the year of 2024, and this is a special show where I've asked guests to come on and talk about what they do at the beginning of the year to jumpstart their year. Like what tools, what practices, what rituals do they like to do to really get their year started? And our guest today is Heather McCormick Rimey. She is one of our house readers on Monday at the center. She also teaches a mediumship gallery, intro to channeling. She does some gate special programs. In January, she's doing 111. She loves those angel numbers and kind of working with those power numbers. So she does all kinds of events and classes and sees clients. So I'm so happy to have you on the show, Miss Heather.
Thank you so much, Violet. I'm ecstatic to be here with you today.
I love that. Heather is a psychic, a medium, and a sparkle coach. Think about that. A sparkle coach. She loves the sparkles. And I think she sparkles and glows wherever she goes. So it makes all of us feel like we should sparkle and glow as well. So, right? Shine your light.
Yeah.
I love that. I love that. So, Heather, share with us a little bit. What are some techniques, processes, tools that you use? Because as spiritual leaders, we tend to have things that we lean into at certain times of the year. And the first of the year is really, really important for a lot of people to get their year started. So, what are some things that you do at the beginning of the year?
So I love doing a review and a release of the previous year. And the reason I do that is I want to take a look back and I want to really, really celebrate and take a look at things that they may have seemed like trials or tribulations at the time, but they were part of that transformation. So, and they always say like hindsight is 2020. So I think it's really beautiful to look back and say, wow, by releasing this or going through that transformation, it brought in these things. I always do it by connecting with loving kindness. So as you look back, you really want to take a look back with loving kindness and recognize that you were making the best decisions that you could at that time. And say you made a decision and it didn't go the way you had most hoped, or it didn't feel as great. So then you have that knowledge of, well, you know what? If I'm in a similar situation next time, when I'm dealing with a situation like this or an energy like this, I'm going to tweak my response. I'm going to do it differently because that's part of everyone's growth and transformation is really taking a look back and doing that review and making sure that I and whoever I'm working with is really connecting with that energy of loving kindness. Like the one thing I know to be true is that we all need a little bit more love of self in our lives. And by really flowing that in, it just overflows into every aspect of our life. So that's one of the first things that I do, Violet, is take a look back and do a review. And like I said, celebrate and then release and really welcoming in that pivot of, well, I think I'm going to pivot in this direction. Or maybe you had goals that didn't come through. Well, maybe it's just leading you to a pivot in a really beautiful way that you wouldn't have thought of before. So I love looking back and doing the review in that way. And I also I also work with a holistic life will. So when I think about that, I fill it out and I try to do these about every 90 days. And you can see, you get to be an artist. You get to draw a wheel and it has 7 different areas. So when you think about the holistic life, it's all about all these different areas. So that way, I don't know about you, but sometimes I can get tunnel vision and I can say, well, I'm just going to focus on this one thing. And this helps me really bring back all the areas of life that make it a full life, like the spirituality, the family, the friends, the community, and and also health as well. So taking a look at all the different areas and saying, okay, so if it's only halfway colored in, what do I want to do to help expand it more this year? So I'll do those 90 days and then I'll do it in January just to really give myself a clear picture and set those goals. Um, Another thing that I love to do is I love journaling and I love affirmations. So there's different, like you can grab any journal that you want, any notebook that you want. You can, like, these are from May Designs. um, but then you can also grab like these are from Target or King Supers. Like, I love the written word because I think it really puts power in your intention and really stepping that forward. So yeah, these are some of my things that I love, love, love. I love bringing intention forward, working with your affirmations, and really being gentle with yourself. So, like I said, that loving kindness as you look back or as you think about goals, and really welcoming in that energy without judgment. Just saying, you know what? I'm going to do it this way next time. Or, well, it's okay. That didn't work out. I learned a lot of lessons and now I really want to move in this way. So, always taking a look at what direction you want to be moving in and also celebrating, celebrating, celebrating exactly where you are because you only get this present moment once. So,
I
yeah,
love that.
those
I
are,
love that. And I always tell people the more you release, the more you can bring in. Because as we release and
yes.
let go, it allows new energy to come in. And what people don't realize, Louise Hay talked about it in Hay House for years,
Hmm.
being letting things go and seeing the positive in everything makes a really big difference, and really having gratitude for what you have. And a lot of people say, it was a rough year, so how can I have gratitude? I know sometimes it can be hard to
Hmm.
find that space of gratitude and really having that loving kindness, as you said, and not being critical, judgmental, letting some of that human side of us go, because our journey is about growth. And each time we have some of those challenges, tribulations, gives us an opportunity to really grow, learn from that, decide something different, take a different road or perspective. You talked about affirmations. For people that have
Hmm.
never done affirmations, what are some of the things that you recommend to create powerful affirmations? Is there a technique that you use?
Hmm.
Is there something that you think about? Because, to make affirmations powerful, sometimes we can say, I am loved, but we don't
Hmm.
feel it. So it's hard. So, what do you tell people about affirmations so that they can really lean into them?
Yeah. So I learned this, I think, from Abraham Hicks maybe 20 years ago, right? Like, and I have stayed with it and stayed with it. And it is really asking that what if. So what if everything is working out? What do you most want to see or what do you most want to feel? And that helps take away any of those limiting beliefs. And you might just play around with it because if you if you're new to affirmations, if you use the what if, it'll help clear out some of the limiting beliefs. And you can have a lot of fun with it. It can bring in that kind of like that childlike wonder, which is really powerful too when you really tap into that. So what if, and one of the things that what if you are supported? What if you are loved? How does that feel in your body? How does it feel as you're walking through your day? And really playing around with that. So another one is all is well. I love all is well. And thinking of, so if you're playing around with that affirmation and it's not feeling like it's landing right, or it's not feeling like, or maybe it's a I am supported. Maybe that one's not landing right. I would invite you to take a look back and see in your life, and you can go all the way back to when you were itty bitty and think of, when did support show up for you? And that could be in the form of a family member, a friend, it could be angels, it could be animals, it could be you being outside and just feeling the sunlight on your face and feeling like you are supported and you are connected. So I kind of call it when affirmations feel chunky, right? So that means that you're butting up against something, and there's a healing, or there's something that's ready to be cleared, is how I view it. So when you're butting up against that chunkiness, getting curious of, well, when have I experienced this before? Because maybe you're not connecting it in the present moment, but there is a time in your life when you felt complete, or you felt loved, or you felt supported. So I think that review process of heading back and saying, you know what, I do know what that feels like, and I'm ready for more. Um, there's also, with affirmations, think about how you connect with higher power of your own understanding. And as you do that, you can just ask for that support with the affirmations. So whether that's universe, God, creator, the divine, when you think of that higher power, know that it's unique to you. Everyone has an absolutely unique connection. So just really honoring that, knowing that you don't have to do it a certain way. You want to connect in with how it feels for you. So very, very individual. Don't feel like, and don't worry that you're doing it wrong. You can't do it wrong. Like, just getting curious and working with that source energy will help expand the energy of your affirmation and help you step forward. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I know for me, and different times in my life, I like to take like a whiteboard marker or a glass
Mhm.
marker and write affirmations on my mirrors in the
Oh,
bathroom
yeah.
so that I see them every day, or create a printout and I put it up in my office so I see it every
Mhm.
day. I know some people have a set affirmation that they say to
Mhm.
themselves on a daily basis, whether that's in the morning or in the evening. I love starting affirmations with I am, like I've
Mhm.
already have it. I'm already
Mhm.
experiencing it. I think the I am is really powerful
Mhm.
from an affirmation, a declaration, because you're almost declaring it to be,
Mhm.
which is really powerful because we are master manifestors and creators. And when we do that, and we do it with emotion and feeling and thought
Mhm.
that's really connected, we can really, really create, manifest what we want in our lives. But you have to be in that alignment. And I love, getting curious and really leaning into something so that you feel that, because I think that is so important as well. I love your
Mhm.
journals. There's lots of journals too that you can look at. There's gratitude journals. I did that one year and I had a
Mhm.
blast with it, where I got to write down my gratitude every day, like 10 things I was very grateful for on a daily basis. That was a lot of fun. There's lots of fun gratitude journals out there that people like to step in. There are moon cycle journals that people
Mhm.
like to play with the moon cycles. Those are fun to come from an astrology perspective or numerology perspective.
Mhm.
Um, I used to get a numerology calendar that was aligned with my life number. So it would show me days that were great and days that I needed to be very cautious. It was always very interesting. I love trying new things. I love seeing what's
Yeah.
out there because people have some amazing creative projects that are really
Mhm.
amazing to have and journals and kind of stepping in. I think all that stuff helps. And I know with Heather, when she does readings, she likes to write it out and then tell you. So writing is really
Mhm.
powerful for her.
Mhm.
And a lot of people love to do that. So I've also seen people that say, hey, what if I write it out? And I said, I think it's really powerful. Like you said,
Yeah.
it puts a lot of